Morning friends, now we are discussing numericals on material requirement planning. So here the statement of the problem is like this. So a company makes the model Q, that is the product Q to be manufactured from the components R, S and T. So we have finished product Q which can be obtained by the sub-assemblies R, S and T. So the component R is made from 2 units of X and 1 unit of Y, and the component T is made from 1 unit of Y and 3 units of Z. The first question asked here is draw the product structure tree for the Q model. So the product structure tree is drawn here in the solution. That is based on the given data. So it is said that 1 unit of Q requires 1 unit of R, 1 unit of S and 1 unit of T. So that is what shown here in the first level. So to manufacture 1 unit of Q, 1 unit of R, 1 unit of S and 1 unit of T is required. And it is said that 1 unit of R is made from 2 units of X and 1 unit of Y. So the component R is done using 2 units of X, 1 unit of Y. That is drawn here. Then component T is made from 1 unit of Y and 3 units of Z. So using the given data, the product structure tree is drawn. Using the given information and using the material available in hand, that is inventory in hand. So that is said that 150 units of T are in hand and 200 units of R are in hand. So you are asked to calculate the gross requirement of each component if the company plans to build 100 units of Q. So the gross requirement of Q is 100. So 1 unit of Q requires 1 unit of R, 1 unit of S, 1 unit of T. So to manufacture 100 units of Q, so we need 100 units of R, 100 units of S and 100 units of T. It is said that inventory in hand is T is 150 units, R is 200 units. We have the requirement R 100, but already in hand we have R is equal to 200. So R is available in sufficient number. Similarly, T required is 100, but already in hand 150. So both T and R available in sufficient numbers. So we need not manufacturing this T and R. But we don't have any component S in hand, but we require 100 units of S. So the component S 100 units to be procured to manufacture 100 units of Q. So the net requirement of T is 0, R is 0, but S is 100 units. So we have drawn the product tree structure and we have find out the net requirement as well as the gross requirement of components. So the next problem is the product structure tree is given and it is given what is the availability of components in hand. We are using 4 components A, B, C and D to produce the final product Z. So it is given that 20 units of Z are required. So what will be the requirement of each of these 4 components A, B, C and D? It is said that in hand we have A 10 units available, component B 5 units available, component C 10 units available, component D 10 units are available. So solution, gross requirement. So for 1 unit of Z, 1 unit of A is required. For 20 units of Z, so we require 20 units of A. So gross requirement of A is 20. So what is the net requirement now of A? So 20 is required, 10 is already in hand. So net requirement of A is 20 minus 10. So that is 10 units to be manufactured inside the company or to be procured from outside. Okay. So then coming to component B. So 1 unit of Z requires 1 unit of B. So for 20 units of Z, 20 units of B required. Already 5 are there in hand. So net requirement of B is, so gross requirement 20 minus available in hand 5. 20 minus 5, 15 units. Now, to manufacture 1 unit of A, I need 1 unit of C. So, net requirement of A is 10 units. So, requirement of C is now 10 units. But already in hand we have 10 units. So, 10 units of A to be produced, hence 10 units of C required. Because component C is not directly involved in the manufacturing Z. So, it is involved in manufacturing of A. We are the total requirement of A is 20, but out of that already 10 are there. So net requirement is 10 units of A. So if we manufacture 10 units of A, 10 units of C are required. Already in hand is C 10 units. So our requirement of C is now 0. Coming to D, so D is involved in manufacturing A. So we require A 10 units. So to manufacture A, we require 10 into 2. So that is 20 units of D required. For 1 unit of A, 2 units of D are required. For 10 units of A, that is the net requirement. So 10 into 2, so that is 20 units are required of D. But already in hand, D is 10 units. So gross requirement of D is now 20 units. So out of that 20 units, so 10 units in hand will be subtracted. So that is 20 minus 10. So that is 10 units of D is the net requirement. So gross requirement of A is 20, B is 20, C is 0, D is 20. So net requirement of A calculated is 10 units, B calculated is 15, C is 0 and D is calculated as 10 units. So for the given product structure tree and available materials, so gross requirement and net requirement of the components are calculated.